Hello, friends. You're looking live at beautiful St. Peter Arlington Heights Gymnasium in Arlington Heights, Illinois. For Championship Sunday at the 2019 Illinois Grade School State Tournament.
Their head coach is Matt Hounder.
PA dresser for the starting lineup.
Are Ron Nelson and Adam Sheets. Now the players. Number 10, Justin Arrowwood. Number 11, Caden Hilgers. Number 13, Chris Marzigliano. Number 20, Grant Smith. Now the starters for the Saints. Number 3, Jared Rigg. Number 4, Jonathan Rigg. Number 15, Timmy Stokel. Number 32, Tyson Sheets. And number 34, Gus Damon. Those are the Saints from Arlington Heights, St. Peter. Let's introduce our home team, the Eagles from East Dundee, Immanuel. Their head coach is Kevin Becker. Kevin's assistants are Jim Bonkoski and Kevin Freeman. Now the players, number 1, Noah Sheldon. Number 2, Will Hines. Number 10, Jacob Bethke. Number 13, Tim Navarro. Number 15, Jack Dorman. Number 32, Jake Guyon. Now the starters, number 11, Jack Bonkoski. Number 14, Gavin Doherty. Number 22, Evan Spank. Number 33, Cameron King. And number 34, Mike Freeman. Those are the Eagles from East Dundee, Immanuel. And as we begin every game, we please bow our head for a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, there's so many thanks to give this weekend. We thank you for the seasons you've given these teams as the season comes to a close. We thank you for the many volunteers that have given their time this weekend to make this tournament possible. We thank you for our coaches and the time they put in and the care they give for their players. We thank you for the players themselves and the efforts they give for their team. We thank you for our fans, for the support they give not only from the stands, but also for their volunteer work at their own schools. We thank you for our officials and the work they do in following the rules of the game. Please watch over the players, protect them from harm and injury, and we thank you for the gift of your Son, Jesus Christ, through whom we know your grace, your forgiveness, and promise of eternal life. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Good luck, teams.
All right. 5th place game here on Championship Sunday between the Saints of St. Peter Arlington Heights, the 7th seed, versus the Eagles from Immanuel East Dundee, the 9th seed. They played earlier this season on February 8th. The Saints defeated the Eagles 52-43. Here, this is going to be a matchup of the bigs. Gus Damon for the Saints, Mike Freeman for the Eagles.
But you are right, both respective players are leading their team in scoring through the first 2 days of this tournament. I'd expect to see a lot more scoring from them today. Should be a good matchup to watch throughout.
So starting for the Saints in the all-red, number 3, Jared Rigg, 4, Jonathan Rigg, 15, Timmy Stokel, 32, Tyler Sheets, and 34, Gus Damon. As the Saints get the tip, and here we go. Right away, a 2-3 zone defense set up for the Eagles. They're trying to work down low to Sheets, and the ball gets knocked away, and the ball goes back to the Eagles. So starting lineup for the Eagles, number 11, Jack Bonkowski, number 14, Gavin Doherty, 22, Evan Spank, 33, Cameron King, and 34, Mike Freeman. Man-to-man defense set up by the Saints. Definitely hear the home court advantage right here. The Saints crowd is pretty loud, Peter.
It's got to be a huge advantage getting to play this 5th place game as basically a home game, but we'll see if Dundee can, quiet this crowd down with a quick start.
Spank works it around. They're trying to work down low to Mike Freeman. Good defense already by the Saints.
Dundee is doing a good job of being patient on the other end and not trying to force anything here early on. crowd's really getting into it, Ryan.
Nice pump fake by King. King with the long two, no good. Ball gets knocked away, and it will stay with the Eagles.
Not a bad first shot there for the Eagles. King had a nice open look of a great pump fake. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Only a minute and 14 seconds into this first quarter of the 5th place game. No score yet. Off-balance shot is no good by Bonkowski, and a rebound by Jared Rigg.
Good contest there by the Eagles on that jump shot. Bonkowski did not have much room to shoot.
Jared Rigg and Gus Damon, both 7th graders. So we'll see if the youth prevails, and another turnover. So 2 possessions for the Saints, 2 turnovers.
This is an interesting little stat. Both have played beyond their grade, you could say, so far in this tournament. Both are averaging over 11.5 points a game, and mainly the reason their teams have made it this far so far this weekend.
That is incorrect, Peter. Jared Rigg only averages 4 points a game. As we have a moving screen, and that ball goes another turnover for the Eagles. Looks like that foul is going to be on Mike Freeman, and that's Mike's first foul.
Mixed that up with his brother Jonathan.
That won't be the first time you make a mistake today, Peter, but we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. It's early. So 4:03 to go, still scoreless. Extra, here's Rigg for the 3. Off the back of the rim, doesn't good, but an offensive rebound by Damon and gets the friendly roll. Gus Damon's first basket of the game, and the Saints are on top 2-0.
Good follow by Damon there.
And then right away, the defensive pressure by the Saints. Bonkowski with the runner. We're going to have a traveling violation and 2 turnovers. And the ball will go back to the Saints.
A lot of defensive pressure on both ends early on here, right? Which is a little surprising considering it was a very high-scoring matchup the last time these two teams played earlier this month.
Ball very active on the defensive end. Here's the other Rigg. Just like his brother, he missed that one. Strong rebound by Evan Spank. And the Eagles, again, 3 minutes so far without making a basket. Trying to work down low for Freeman, and it's not there.
Nothing's there, really.
Spank gets the ball stolen away. Stokel's able to get it. We're going to have a timeout, 30-second timeout. Saints wasn't happy with where they're at on the, and we're going to have a 30-second timeout. Saints. But so far, Peter, the last 3 possessions, the Saints have got good shots off.
They're doing a better job. The first 2 possessions, starting out the game with 2 turnovers, is not ideal for any situation, especially a game of this magnitude, 5th place in state. But they've rebounded very well here, gotten 3 straight possessions with good looks, been able to convert 1 with the putback by Damon. And really, that's all they'll need to do if they keep up the defensive intensity they've shown so far, right?
So recap, 2:56 to go in this first quarter of the 5th place game. 2-0, low scoring first quarter so far. So the Saints come in this game after beating Bethel on Friday night, 31-27. They lost yesterday's quarterfinal game, 47-28. Missed shot attempt is no good, but another rebound is by Damon. Stokel from the corner is good. Timmy Stokel's first basket, and the lead is up to 4 at 4-0.
Good ball movement there by the Saints to find Stokel in the short corner.
But it started with a second offensive rebound by Damon. Spank takes it up, no good. Freeman, we're going to have it looks like Freeman hit the ball out of bounds. I mean, excuse me, it looks like Damon hit the ball out of bounds, so we'll stay with the Eagles.
Shot attempts you want to see if you're an Eagles fan. Spank has been an active scorer all weekend.
A nice effort by Damon with the almost stolen away. But Rigg's able to bring it up. Rigg takes it all the way to the hole, gets blocked, gets his own rebound, and we're going to have a foul here. Nice effort there by Jonathan Rigg, getting his own rebound, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2.
And that good recovery there by Rigg, as you were saying, Ryan, of getting his own rebound off that block shot and drawing a foul, get to the line for 2.
Cameron King picked up his first, Evan Spank picked up his first foul, team second. Rigg comes in this game 2 for 4 from the free throw line this tournament, make that 3 for 5. And as Peter was saying, he's been the leading scorer so far in this tournament for the Saints, averaging 12 points a game.
He's done it a little bit of every way on the floor so far this weekend. Inside, he's made 11 twos. Outside, knocked down 4 threes. And
he converts both.
Now from the free throw line here today.
6-0 is your score. 2:08 to go in this first quarter. The Eagles need to do a much better job of getting Freeman involved in this offense, Peter.
Right you are. I think they need to get him a touch here, as they do right there.
And we're going to have a foul on Sheets. But good extra pass down to Freeman, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
Gronkowski did a good job of entering into Freeman. Freeman did a better job of sealing off Sheets there on the block.
Here, do we have a scoring error currently?
I do believe so. 2 baskets made for St.
One. And Rigg made both free throws?
Hey, it should be 6. It's 6-0.
It should be 6. Well, now 6-1 as Freeman gets his first.
Because we've had buckets by Stokel and Damon on the floor, and 2 free throws are by Rigg.
In and out in the second one. Gus Damon with his 3rd rebound on the game. And again, so for those watching, the score is actually 6-1. Almost stolen away. Damon with nice pass, and we're going to have almost the ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay somehow with the Saints. That was actually probably the best case scenario with the Saints after Sheets got trapped in the corner, and then Rigg was trapped in the corner.
Yeah, gives them a little opportunity to actually set up their offense here instead of, be desperate for possession.
Nice. We're going to have a foul on Damon. Tough foul on Damon there, being that far away from the basket. But the ball will go back to the Eagles, trying to cut in this 5-point lead.
And never a foul you want to see if you're a coach there, Rye, especially on your second leading scorer for the weekend. 70 feet away from the hoop, off of a turnover. If I'm the Eagles here, I'm going right back to Freeman offensively, finding him on the high post or at the block. You got to give him a touch.
Tough take, no good by Spank, but an offensive rebound by Freeman. Freeman puts it up and good. Mike Freeman's first basket of the game, and the lead is down to 3 at 6-3.
Nope. The offense didn't give him a touch, but.
And now there's a nice pass down low to Damon. Damon with the strong take, and the lead is back up to 5 at 8-3. Again, for those just the score, I assume we'll correct the score at the end of the first quarter, but they did not get Rigg's second free throw attempt. We're gonna have a jump ball, and nice defensive effort by Rigg. The ball will stay with the Eagles.
Great job, as you were saying, right, defensively by Rigg there to draw the jump ball.
So 38.4 seconds to go in this first quarter. Eagles inbound underneath their own basket. And trying to get down low to Freeman. Freeman takes it right at Damon, up and good. Mike Freeman with all 5 points in this quarter. And the lead is down to 3 at 8-5.
He's been money from the field. It's just the matter of getting him the ball offensively that's been the struggle for the Eagles so far.
Jared Rigg for 3. It started with Damon with the pass. Rigg nails a 3, and the lead is back up to 6 at 11-5.
Nice shot there by Rigg to step in that 3, set himself, and hit the follow through.
4 seconds to go. They got to get a shot off. At the buzzer, Bonkowski misses the rim, and after 1 quarter of play, the Saints lead the Eagles 11-5. I feel like it's Pierce. Somebody's got to.
I hope this score gets worked out soon, because it should be. Well, either way, the offenses finally started to pick things up there the second half of that first quarter.
Am I crazy? Did he not make those 2 free throws, Peter?
I thought I saw both go in, but I guess we could be mistaken too.
All right. Well, anyways, Peter, first quarter stats.
First quarter stats. Like I said, offense has got out to a cold start, warmed up as the quarter went on. Arlington Heights shot 4 for 7 from the field there in the first quarter. 1 of 3 from 3, and that one was Jared Riggs' big 3 to end the quarter. East Dundee on the other end, 2 of 7 from the field. 0 of 1 from 3. Bonkowski's 3 at the buzzer there was the only shot they took really outside of the lane. 4 turnovers for the Eagles and 3 for the Saints. So offenses finally got into a little bit of a rhythm there later on in that first quarter. We'll see if it continues here in the second ride.
All right, so Saints to start the ball to start the second quarter. Just checking into the game for the Eagles is number 32, Jake Guyon. Haven't heard that one before. No flash photography.
Didn't know that was a rule for gymnasiums, but hey,
we will add that to our list. But anyways, the Eagles again pick up the intensity on the defensive side.
Good ball movement still here by the Saints, though, to not let themselves get trapped.
Nice pass to Damon. Damon with the runner in and out. Sheets with the offensive rebound. He puts it right at Freeman, gets blocked, and a rebound this time. Finally, Guyon's able to gather it.
Good job by Freeman staying straight up there and not fouling.
Eagles trying to cut into that, what appears to be a 5-point lead now.
Guess we're just going to have to run with it because it doesn't look like they'll be changing it.
Spank with the open 3 off the rim. Sheets fighting for it, and he's got another rebound.
I like the shot there by Spank. He's been a knockdown shooter so far this weekend. He's got to get himself going here eventually in this 5th place game.
Rigg works it around to Rigg. But as you're seeing, Spank with averaging 12 points a game, and another basket is good for Damon. Oh, Rigg.
Rigg hit a pull-up jumper there.
Excuse me, Rigg. You know, Peter, you got the Rigg confusion early on. I'll take the Rigg confusion this time.
Hey, the way he's playing, I'm kind of confused he's not the one averaging 12 points a game this weekend. He's been money so far from the field.
Jared Rigg is leading the scorers for the Saints with 5 points. Offensive rebound is by Guyon. Guyon comes off the bench, has already picked up 2 rebounds, and he can go to the free throw line for 2. That foul was on Jonathan Rigg, so that's his first personal foul, team's 3rd. And to the line for 2 is Guyon.
Guyon not a huge scorer so far this weekend for the Eagles, only averaging just under 2 points a game, but he's really affected the games in other ways, as we've seen so far with the boards.
Guyon converts on the first free throw, so someone other than Mike Freeman has scored a point in this game.
Guyon's also shooting 100% from the free throw line this week, albeit small sample size, but hey.
So checking in the game for the Saints is number 10, Justin Arrowhead, and number 20, Grant Smith. And he doesn't convert on the second. Spank's able to, and we're going to have a jump ball, possession arrow, Eagles.
Solid job there by Jared Rigg to stick his nose in and draw the second jump ball of this game so far.
And we're going to have a full timeout, Eagles. Kevin Becker, member of the LSA board, is the athletic director for Immanuel, East Dundee. He's famous for the ice cream novelties. So it's been Kevin Becker's pass to buy those wonderful ice cream novelties we've got in the LSA LSA office. You know, I'm really upset over the last couple years we haven't had the Choco Tacos, Peter. But you know what? Kevin has more important things to do as he's in this, as the athletic director is a part of this game for the 5th place game between the Saints and the Eagles. But again, next year, maybe, Peter, we get those Choco Tacos back?
Maybe. We've been on Choco Taco Watch for 3 or 4 years now, Rye. Hopefully one of these days we'll see them again. But you make a good point. I'd say the 5th place games are a little more important than ice cream novelties here this Sunday morning.
So 12-6 is your score. Wide open 3 is good. Jake Bonkowski, the set inbounds play, and the lead is down to 3 at 12-9.
Really good hit there by Bonkowski. Set himself before he took the shot and knocked it down.
Rigg takes it all the way. Nice extra pass to Rigg. Rigg can't get it. And rebound by Bonkowski. And the Eagles are looking to potentially tie it on this possession.
They've done a good job here of being patient. They had a few turnovers. We've seen a nice take there by Spanks.
Spanks' first basket of the game, and the lead is down to 1.
What I was saying there before Spanks' nice take is the Eagles are no longer letting this Arlington Heights defense dictate them on the offensive end. They're playing their game.
Almost steal.
And the shoe down.
Shoe down. Riggs long on the 3. Damon gets the rebound, gets it back to Rigg. Rigg with the up and under, no good. Smith with the rebound, and he's got it. Grant Smith with the offensive rebound and putback, and the lead is back up to 3.
That's a big follow by Grant Smith. Definitely to cut this run down for the Eagles and make it a 3-point game once again.
Again, 14-11 is your score. 3:07 to go on this first half. The Eagles, and we're gonna have a foul, it appears on,
Could be on Rigg.
Jared Rigg. So that's Jared's first foul, team's 4th. Nobody's in foul trouble yet to this point, Peter.
For Immanuel here, whatever post player they have lined up on the free throw line right now, it's Guy, and he's got to keep in mind to keep the ball high and not bring it down. There's no way Rigg can, even get his hand on the ball, as we see.
Spank with the poor pass, but Freeman's able to save it. Freeman's long on the shot. Jonathan Rigg gets the rebound. Peter, it's not typically ideal to pass it into 3 guys, but Freeman was able to bail him out. Rigg's gonna be off the front of the rim on 3, but an offensive rebound by Arrowhead, and he's gonna get fouled. That's 2 straight possessions where offensive rebounds, Peter, by the Saints.
And they are tearing up the offensive boards throughout this game so far, Ryan. They've had 5 or 6 possessions with multiple offensive rebounds.
11-6 rebounding advantage for the Saints. That foul is on Cameron King, and that's his first foul. Rigg open for 3 at the top of the key off the rim, and and they fight for it, and the ball's gonna be saved with the Saints. And even like that play, even though Damon didn't get the rebound, he still
kept possession.
To keep the possession here.
And he did a good job of getting in position, and he really sealed off Guy on there, King
Jonathan Rigg with the runner, almost and 1, and he's gonna go to the free throw line for 2. And that foul is going to be on Mike Freeman. Mike Freeman just picked up his 2nd foul, Peter.
You're talking about no one was in foul trouble quite yet. That's a big 2nd foul.
So Rigg, who we thought made his first 2 free throws of this game, converts on the first, and the lead is back up to 4. Rigg with 2 points in this game, looking to extend the lead to 5, and he's got it. Rigg now 3 for 4 from the free throw line this game. The lead is up to 5 at 16-11, 2:20 to go in this first half.
Back-to-back possessions with points for the Saints there to pull this lead back to 5.
Gronkowski with the runner, in and out, but he gets his own rebound, and he puts it up and off the rim. Damon. And we're going to have a foul on King. Gronkowski, though, with 2 offensive rebounds on that possession.
And 2 good looks as well on those shots. Just couldn't give either one the ball.
So King and Freeman now both with 2 fouls for the Eagles.
Got to be real conscious of that these last 2 minutes, right? You don't want either one of those players picking up their 3rd going into the 3rd quarter.
Arrowhead wide open for a 2 and off the front of the rim. Spank, though, gets the ball stolen away.
Good pass.
Nice. Arrowhead gets open again. Arrowhead takes it at 4 guys and throws it over the backboard. And that play was all defense there, Peter. He was wide open there. He thought about it too long, and then unfortunately, once those defense collapse like that, you gotta get the ball out. Get rid of the ball.
Defense did a great job of recovering.
Freeman wide open for 2.
Great take. Good position.
Good pass, good take, and the lead is down to 3. Freeman now with 7 points in the game, leads all scorers.
Nearly halfway to his average of 16.67 on the weekend.
3-point, and that's 2 straight possessions for the Saints, and the ball goes over the backboard.
Might be Immanuel East Dundee's best rebounding strategy so far this first half, is hoping Arlington Heights somehow manages to get the ball over the backcourt.
So Stokel and Sheets checks back into the game. for the Saints. 16-13, 106 to go.
Oh,
Again, a long pass, but it's going to stay here. But I do like the idea of trying to work Freeman into this offense, especially with Damon on the bench currently to get some rest.
And he did a great job of getting position there as well. Better entry pass. Freeman might have had another bucket off of a little baby hook, as he has all game so far.
Spank with the runner. Guyan takes it hard to the hole, in and out. Freeman with the offense rebound, and he's going to get fouled. Freeman with the strong take, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
Really good offensive play there by Guyan to get the penetration, draw the defense, and then kind of freed up Freeman for that offensive board.
Tyson Sheets just picked up his 2nd foul. Freeman converts on the first free throw. He's 2 for 3 from the free throw line this game. For the tournament, prior to this, he was averaging 56% from the free throw line, 9 for 16. But he's up to 8 points now. Make that in and out on the second one. Jonathan Riggs able to gather the rebound. And 44 seconds to go with up 2. Peter, do you hold for one good shot here?
I'd argue yes. You have a 2-point lead at worst if you hold the ball. Got to take care of it, though, for these 30 seconds. You really don't want a turnover and no shot.
Jonathan Rigg, well, or that works better.
That does work.
Jonathan Rigg takes it right at Freeman, and Riggs now with 5 points, and it puts it up to a 2-possession game again.
The Rigg brothers doing a great job carrying St. Peter's so far this first half.
11 seconds to go. He had Freeman there for a minute. Bonkowski open for 3 at the top of the key. Long rebound by Smith, and Smith is just going to let the half go. And at the half, St. Peter Arlington Heights leads Immanuel East Dundee 18-14. Peter and I will be back here in just a few minutes with some halftime stats. At the half for Championship Sunday of the 2019 Illinois Grade School State Basketball Championship in a 5th place battle between the Saints from St. Peter Arlington Heights and the Eagles from Immanuel East Dundee. The score at the half, the Saints lead the Eagles 18-14. Leading the way for the Saints are the Rigg brothers, Jared with 5, Jonathan with 5. Gus Damon added 4 points, 4 rebounds, and Stokel and Smith both added in 2. And for the Eagles, it's kind of what we thought going into it. It's Mike Freeman with 8 points of the 14. Bonkowski added in a 3, Spank added in a 2, and Guyan with 1. So again, 18-14 is your score. But Peter, really, we've had an evenly matched first half.
Yeah, from a statistical standpoint and kind of just how the game has flowed, both teams have really been eye to eye the entire time. East Dundee shot 5 of 17 in the first half, 104 from 3. On the other end, St. Peter Arlington Heights was 7 of 20 from the field and 1 of 8 from 3. So no real discrepancy between the two in terms of field goal percentage. The only real difference, Ryan, is offensive rebounds, and that's pretty much the main reason this is a 4-point lead for Arlington Heights.
So again, for those coming over for the games later this afternoon, as a reminder, no flash photography, no laser pointers, and no bright shoes. Which, you know, to be honest, Peter, today your shoes are on pay. You got the same the LeBron James. They're only a little white, green, yellow, not the bright ones you usually wear. So those won't be allowed either.
Glad my shoe selection is allowed today, right? I was really worried about that when I was getting ready this morning.
So here we are to start the second half. Saints with the ball. Starting the second half for the Saints are the starters: Jared Rigg, Jonathan Rigg, Stokel, Tyler Sheets, and Gus Damon. And for the Eagles, just checking in is number 2, Will Heinz. Also, we've got Bonkowski and Jake Guyan, Evan Spank, and Mike Freeman. Jonathan Rigg in the corner for 3, long on that. And Will Heinz, who just checked in the game, gets the defensive rebound.
It's going to be a key this whole second half, Rye. If East Dundee can limit Arlington Heights to 1 shot of possession.
The ball gets knocked away, and it's going to stay with the Eagles. Damon working hard down there, but the ball will stay with the Eagles.
He's got a pretty tough task there trying to match up with Freeman, but he's done a relatively good job throughout the game.
And the Eagles trying to cut into that 4-point lead. 5:32 to go. And steal by Sheets. And Sheets takes it right, and the basket is good. Sheets with the steal, and the hoop, and the harm. Tyson Sheets' first basket of the game, and it's a big one. It increases the lead to 6 at 20-14.
Very good read defensively by Sheets to cut into that passing lane and basically take it himself all the way, draw the contact, finish the bucket. That was a picture-perfect play from any standpoint you look at it.
So that foul was on number 32, Jake Guyan, but Sheets to the line for 1. And he's got it. Sheets now 2 for 4 from the free throw line in the tournament. He's got 3 points total, and those 3 points are big as it pushes the lead up to a game-high 7 at 21-14.
East Dundee really needs a bucket here.
Peter, the Eagles' offense is really congesting itself down low. And Sheets again, back-to-back plays. Sheets with the steal, but he misses the layup. Oh. That could have, the crowd would have erupted, Peter, if they would have made that one.
Would have been very loud in here, Ryan. You are right.
But as I was seeing, they're trying to work down low to Freeman, but they're congesting itself because look, literally you've got 4 guys drop down. But really, it doesn't matter when Mike Freeman is just that good.
No, you raise a good point. They have their second big is running basically the free throw line, and he keeps trying to drop down to post up himself, basically right next to Mike Freeman, which is leaving Arlington Heights the opportunity to guard 2 people with 1 guy and not give Freeman any room to post up. So that's something we can look forward. Maybe that's something that Coach Becker's discussing, in this timeout. Trying to work on your spacing, let your post players each have more room to kind of breathe, and that'll make for easier passes as well.
So 4:41, timeout Eagles. But again, do the Eagles do change up the offense a little bit. All the momentum right now seems to be with the Saints, Peter. So are you going to try to make it a little more inside-outside game? Because you've got Spank and Freeman almost kind of running into each other down there. So Spank being one of your best outside shooters, again, it just if the momentum continues with the Saints as they've been on a 6-2 run here to build out to that, now it's a 5-point lead, but I'm curious to see at some point if the Eagles decide to change up offenses a little bit here.
I think I agree with that. They should work on, building more space for Spank and Freeman, so they're not, running into each other on the offensive end. So that's really cutting down on opportunities for both of them each possession.
Rick thought about the three, worked it down to Damon down low. Damon takes it right out. Freeman short on that. Freeman's able to gather the rebound.
Freeman doing a good job there again of playing defense without fouling. He's still got to be careful. He's got two. A third one this early in the second half would spell trouble for the Eagles. Here we go, though. I mean, there's still a lot of people moving down on that baseline, but Freeman's getting a little more. Well, now we're back to the double post up on one side.
Freeman's able to save it. Bonkowski had an open look for two. He takes it. Damon able to grab the rebound, but again, no second chance opportunities there.
From the story of the game, East Dundee's been one and done all game long. Arlington Heights, offensive rebound is still the reason they're up 5.
Rigg works it around. 3-point attempt for Stokel, long. And we're gonna have an over the back foul on Sheets. That's gonna be Sheets' third foul, Peter.
I mean, that was really all Freeman. He really earned that foul by getting position on Sheets and boxing out. I think this is a good call here by Arlington Heights to take Sheets to the bench so you can have him use those 2 fouls more in the fourth quarter than risk another one here in the third.
So Grant Smith checks back into the game. 3:30 to go. Eagles down 5. Tough take by Guyon, but somehow finds a way to get in, and the lead is down to 3. And on the other side, Jared Rigg with a tough runner. What a play by Rigg. That ends the 4-0 run by the Eagles, and the lead is back up to 5.
I feel like every time East Dundee has gotten a little bit of momentum here on the offensive end.
And then Rigg with the steal.
Rigg has basically shut it down himself.
Long 2 for Stokel, short. Guyon is able to gather the rebound. Tough take by Stokel in the corner there, Peter.
Good contest there by the Eagles defensively as well.
Times you need to remember and make sure you have rebounders underneath before you do that. And then poor pass, but Guyon gets bailed out. And it's going to stay with the Eagles.
I mean, East Dundee knows exactly where their offense is best at, and it's at the block. It's just a matter of getting the ball down there. That's been tough for them. And credit St. Peter's defense for shutting down a lot of post entries so far this game.
Just checking the game just recently is number 14, Gavin Doherty for the Eagles. Spank with the tough take, doesn't get it. Rebound by Guyon. Doherty with the in and out. This rebound by Spank. And we're gonna have a foul. Nice effort by Spank. And Spank's gonna go to the free throw line for 2.
Spank doing a good job working down low. I mean, the Eagles on that possession, Guyon included, did a great job. We've been talking about offensive rebounds and the lack thereof all game, but 2 big ones here with a chance to get this lead back to a 1-possession game again, right?
So Evan Spank, one of the leading free throw shooters in the tournament, as I just do the broadcaster jinx there, but Spank 14 for 18 from the free throw line in this tournament. But he is a tough guy. Spank with 2 points in this game, 4 rebounds. And he converts on the second, and the lead is down to 4. 23-19 is your score. 2:03 to go in this third quarter.
Immanuel, East Dundee, he's done a great job all game of staying within striking distance.
3-point attempt by Jonathan Rigg is blocked. And another rebound by Guyon. Guyon, Peter, with 5 rebounds already in this game.
Like I said early on, his efforts for the team are not reflected in how many points he scores.
Bonkowski open for 3 at the top of the key, and it's a 2.
Long 2. Put on the line, it looked like.
The referee teased us a little bit as he had the hand up, but then he smartly brought it back down. But Bonkowski now with 5 points, and the lead is down to 2. Rigg works it around. Grant Smith bobbles the ball. Jonathan Rigg saves it, and we're going to have a foul on Freeman. And that's going to be Freeman's 3rd foul, Peter. So Freeman now with 7:17 left to go of action in this game. Do you sit Freeman with 3 fouls at this point?
I think it's late enough in the 3rd quarter. You can be confident in your players as Coach Becker to be smart here and not pick up that 4th foul. As we were close to seeing there almost as Freeman comes away with the steal instead.
But the Eagles with the ball, and they have a chance to either tie or take the lead for the first time in this game. It's been the Saints from the start. The Saints were able to build a 7-point lead at 21-14. Freeman takes it right and good. Mike Freeman now with 12 points, and the game is tied at 23.
That hook shot's a thing of beauty, right? I mean, he's got a very strong right hook.
What a take by Jonathan Rigg. Woo! Jonathan Rigg with the beautiful layup, and the lead is back up to 2.
We're talking about Jared Rigg killing momentum all game. Jonathan wants to get on the action there with that tough layup to the hoop for 2 to get the lead back on the side of Arlington Heights.
Jonathan and Jared Rigg both with 7 points in the game.
It's a little noisy in here, huh, Ryan? Fans are into this one?
Peter, I don't know if it's more noisy right now or the Marriott swimming pool.
Oh, nothing will compare to the Marriott swimming pool.
Bonkowski trapped in the corner by Rigg. Rigg all over Bonkowski.
Great defense.
5 seconds to go. Bonkowski's able to feed it to Freeman. Freeman gets blocked. What an effort by Grant Smith. And that is the play of the game so far, Peter. Grant Smith with the block, and going into the 4th quarter, the Saints lead the Eagles 23-25. Excuse me, 25-23. (25-23) is your score. Saints with the 2-point lead. Eagles get the ball to start the 4th quarter off.
It was a very offensively clean 3rd quarter, right? Not too many turnovers for either side. We saw it start out rough for East Dundee with those back-to-back steals by Sheets, one of which ended in a 3-point play. Outside of that, there were only 2 other turnovers the entire quarter between the 2 teams.
So checking back in the game for the Eagles is number 33, Cameron King. So Eagles with the ball, down 2, have never led in this game.
They've also never let it really slip away at all. They've been, been within 2 to 7 points the entire morning so far?
No, it's technically early afternoon, Peter. It's still morning. But Mike Freeman thinks it's still morning. And Mike Freeman now with 14 points. And there is your delivery of the game so far, Peter. Not sponsored by UPS, as you might not get your package. But not, on the other side, tough take by Damon. But Damon fouls his own shot.
Another offensive board for St. Peter's.
Jonathan Rigg with the runner short. Damon with another offensive rebound. We're going to have a foul.
One ref saw a jump. It looks like they're going to stick with the foul call. But as it's been the theme all game long, offensive rebounds are really St. Peter's bread and butter so far today, Rye.
So I think that foul is on Spank, and it is. So Spank picks up his 2nd foul, team's 3rd, and to the line for 2 is the 7th grader, Gus Damon.
And it looked like on that play that Freeman did a great job of blocking the shot and drawing what would have been a jump ball, but Spank got a little contact as well.
Damon comes to this game 9 for 18 from the free throw line this tournament. Make that 9 for 19. But he had 4 points early on that 1st quarter. He has not scored since.
Credit to Freeman on the defensive end as well for shutting down Damon's high-powered offense for scoring games so far this game.
And he makes 1 of 2. And the lead is back up to 1 at 26-25. So again, the Eagles trying to take their first lead of the game. And they're working down low to Freeman. And Spank throws up, and we're gonna have they're gonna call the jump ball. But the possession arrow is Saints. And we're gonna have a substitution here as Tyson Sheets checks back in the game. So Sheets with 3 fouls for the Saints. Freeman with 3 fouls for the Eagles, but really nobody else in foul trouble in this fourth quarter.
3 fouls isn't terrible foul trouble here. You're in the fourth, you got 2 to work with. Nothing to be concerned about if you're a coach.
Rigg in the corner to Rigg. Rigg short on the 3. Nice, and we're gonna have another jump ball. Nice effort there by Caden Hilgers, who had just checked in to knock the ball away. So with that possession, it goes back to the Eagles. 26-25. Again. Nice take by King, and he's got it. Peter, that's 2 of them in this game. Early on, you had Guyon with a little runner into triple coverage. Nice pass to Hilgers, who's long on the shot. But Damon's able to get the offensive rebound and hits every part of the basket and rolls in. Damon now with 8 rebounds in this game, and the lead is back up to 1. And almost travel. Rigg's able to get the rebound, and we're gonna have another traveling violation. So we're gonna have a time. We're gonna have a referee timeout here. And we're gonna have a 30-second timeout. So 30-second timeout, Eagles.
Quick flurry of action there. Back-to-back-to-back possessions.
Peter, have you ever saw a referee agree that they missed a call?
No.
Now this goes back to the Bradley Beal, where he took 7 steps, and the NBA referees put together a, where it was actually legit. Nope, still, like in that call.
That was the right call. I'd say that way he had possession, then kind of fell to the ground. That's a travel, but yeah, no. You make the call, you got to support it, right?
So 28-27 is your score. Eagles with the ball underneath their own basket.
I would really be surprised if either Spank or Freeman does not touch the ball in this possession, Ryan. Somehow, some way.
Good.
It looks like they're trying to get into one of them.
There's Spank. Spank takes it right at Rigg, but gets his own shot up and good. Evan Spank with his 5th rebound of the game. And now he's got 5 points, and the lead is back up to 1 at 29-28.
Wonder if he,
Hilgers gets it down to Sheets. Sheets triple teamed, and we're gonna have a traveling violation on Sheets.
That was really caused by the dig of the guards there by East Dundee. Looked like that was Bonkowski who dug down and basically rushed Sheets into that post move and made him shuffle his feet and travel.
So 3:35, and we're gonna have
almost a big steal there by Damon.
So the ball remains with the Eagles. They've got a 1-point lead.
Which I believe is their first lead of the game.
Second lead. Their first lead was at 27-26.
That's right, sorry.
So almost travel there. But Peter, Peter, he doesn't have to do anything right here. You don't have to force a pass. They're not gonna pop out on you. You got Bonkowski with the off-balance runner. No good. Not an ideal shot there with the lead, but Jonathan Rigg's able to bring it up.
Could have worked a little more time. You're definitely right there, Rye.
Working with Damon in the middle. And poor pass, but Rigg's able to steal it right back. Rigg, we're gonna have a traveling violation on Rigg. And we're gonna have a substitution here. Checking back in the game is Stokel. So 2:57 to go. Eagles up 1, 29-28. Only 1 field goal so far in this fourth quarter for the Saints. And Spank was going to get fouled. And that's going to be on Jared Rigg. So that's Jared Rigg's second foul, team's third.
Spank's got to be a little quicker with decision-making on that high post. He waited a little too long on that possession, and before he knew it, there were 3 Saints in his grill. Great pump fake.
Missed shot is no good, but a rebound by Guyon, up and good. Jake Guyon with his 5th point of the game, and the lead is up to a game high now of 3 at 31-28.
Guyon's having a great game.
Sheets with the pump fake, up, no good. Damon with the offensive rebound, up and good. Damon with all 5 points of the team's points in this quarter, and the lead is down to 1 again at 31-30. Damon now with 9 points in this game, leading the scoring for the Saints. 3-point attempt is rattles in
by
for Guyon. Jake Guyon. Peter, Guyon had 5 points total through their first 3 games. Long is no good for Rigg. And then Sheets steps out of bounds and goes back to the Saints. In the first 3 games, Guyon had 5 points, Peter.
Combined.
5 points.
He's got 8 points, 8 boards.
8 points, 6 rebounds in this game. So almost doubling his output. And those 8 points have been huge to take off some of the pressure of Freeman. Almost stolen away. Eagles up 4. Eagles already with 11, and we're gonna have a foul on the floor. And I think that one's gonna be on Jonathan Rigg. So Jonathan Rigg picks up his 2nd foul, team's 4th. So we're still a few fouls away for bonus. Actually, correction, that's gonna be Jonathan Rigg's 3rd foul.
Again, if you're East Dundee, you don't need to do anything offensively. Make the defense come to you and be strong with the ball to draw fouls here.
Peter, excuse me, that last foul was on Jared Rigg. At what time, Peter, do you start fouling if you're a Saint?
Probably say right around the 1 minute mark, down 4 here. Want to extend this game, you still need 3 fouls to get the bonus. 112, I guess, is where we're going with.
Now that's going to be Rigg's 4th, so Rigg cannot be the one to foul. We're going to have a timeout here. So Eagles with a 4-point lead and the ball. Okay, so that last foul correction was Jared Rigg's 3rd. So both Jared and Jonathan both with 3 fouls apiece. So you can see, Peter, that they already started to pick up the pressure, and they're going to foul. So I assume you'll see 2 quick fouls here. They'll go for a steal and then foul.
Yep. Right off the inbounds, you look for that quick steal. Arlington Heights has done a good job so far throughout this game of cutting into passing lanes and getting steals. We've seen Sheets do it. Damon's had a couple near steals, reading passes. So go for that quick steal and then foul if you don't get, a steal or a quick trap.
And Peter, based on who's out there, if I would guess you're fouling either Cameron King or Mike Freeman, based on free throw percentage.
That would be a good bet. And if I was East Dundee,
and the ball, somehow Freeman's able to save the ball. King gets it up. 104 to go. They're trying to foul here.
And definitely that's where you want the ball to be right now.
So Jonathan Rigg's going to be whistled his 4th foul. So next one bonus. They'll let too much time go on the clock. They had a couple chances there to get a steal.
A couple near steals, just couldn't come up with anything, and killed 15 seconds in the process.
We're gonna have a substitution here as Arrowhead checks back in the game.
Well, Rigg picked up his 4th, making sure he doesn't foul out here defensively.
So Jonathan Rigg has 4 fouls. So he'll be an offense. And a poor pass, but Spank is able to save it.
And these are the only 2 people that Immanuel want to have the ball here while getting fouled.
So Jared Rigg's going to pick up his 4th foul, and we're going to have a free throw attempt for Jack Bonkowski. Not really the ideal person to go. One of their better free throw shooters on the team. He's 3 for 4 from the free throw line in this tournament. He's got 5 points in this game, which matches his game high so far in the tournament.
East Dundee, though, the entire possession, only Spanker Bonkowski touched it.
And he misses the free throw attempt. And the ball goes back to the Saints. Rigg takes his right at no good. Rebound by Smith, excuse me, rebound by Sokol. And the ball gets knocked away, and it's going to stay with the Saints. So Saints down 4 with the ball, 34 seconds to go, and another timeout, Saints. So I assume, Peter, during this timeout, you're going to set a set play up for either Damon or Jonathan Rigg here?
I'd say if you're looking for a 2, you go to Damon. If you want a 3 here, I'd attempt, something in the corner with Rigg. But you don't necessarily need a 3 here, do you, Rye?
No, gosh, no. And especially at this level, Peter, with free throw shooting, it's not like we're in college.
Right.
But free throw shooting is not as strong. So I would say go for the 2, go for a quick steal or foul.
That seems like a pretty sound strategy. You're coaching in the timeout here. I would go for that quick 2 and then see if you can get a steal, foul, and miss another front end of a 1-on-1. 34 seconds is a lot of time too. So you have, 2, 3, 4 possessions left in this game to plan or use. Also, though, on the other end, if you're East Dundee, you only have 3 team fouls. So, I mean, you can potentially foul to prevent any good looks from occurring.
And 34 seconds to go. Saints down 4, ball underneath their own basket. Like I said, you make sure even that shot, though, is a good shot still, Peter. They get it up to Jared Rigg. Jonathan, open 3 at the wing.
That's a good look.
Off the rim. Damon with the rebound. Damon puts it up, and good. Gus Damon with the strong take. And we're going to have some substitutions here. They need to get Jared and Jonathan Rigg out of the game because they both have 4 fouls. But what a take by Damon. Offensive rebound and putback. He's got 11 points, 10 rebounds in the game. So Damon with a double-double.
Couldn't have really asked for anything better there, Rye. You got your 2 points. You still have 25 seconds to work with. Damon, again, hustling on the boards, as has been the story all morning long. Offensive rebounds are powering St. Peter's offense. They really need, again, to go for a steal. Quick foul. You can't let 15 seconds burn off the clock like they did in the last turn of events defensively. If you don't get that first steal or first trap, it's got to be a foul right away. And you need to extend this game for as long as possible.
All right, so just checking back in the game for the Saints is number 11, Hilgers, and number 10, Arrowwood. I'd like to give a shout out for everyone watching on the Vimeo app. So Vimeo, all of our fans in Texas, Wisconsin, the Chicagoland area. We appreciate everyone watching Loose Sports. So 25 seconds go. Freeman inbound, full court pressure set up. Freeman barely gets into Guyan. Guyan's the one you want to foul, and instead they foul Bonkowski. Peter, you got to make the foul. The first foul there is the foul you need. Instead, you let an extra 5 seconds run off the clock. And that was a tough play.
Yeah, it was a tough play. There was hesitation there by Arlington Heights. I thought they had the guy that wanted to foul the guy on there, and they just kind of let him get rid of the ball before force him to go to the free throw line.
So Hilgers picked up his first foul. Bonkowski to the line for a 1-and-1. He misses another one, and
another rebound by Damon.
So here we go, 20 seconds to go. Eagles up 2.
You go for the win, you go for the tie.
Rigg with 3
at the win.
In and out, but Damon with the rebound, good! Gus Damon with a huge offensive rebound putback. 4 seconds to go. Bonkowski brings up, we're gonna have a timeout, Coach Becker. Gus Damon with 9 points in this quarter, and nothing's bigger than the last 4. And Peter, it's not just the offense, it's the offensive rebound putback in the last 2 possessions. But Gus Damon, a 7th grader, takes it right at the 6-foot Mike Freeman. Damon with 13 points in this game, and the game is tied at 34.
About 5.5 minutes ago, I made a comment with Damon at the free throw line saying that Freeman had done a great job of shutting him down in the middle quarters, the 2nd and 3rd. He must have heard me and taken it to heart, because ever since that moment, it's been the Gus Damon show offensively for Arlington Heights. What a performance this quarter alone by 34.
You know, nobody's more excited about this finish than Andy Kraus. Andy Kraus loves overtime basketball, And we're almost there, Peter.
Barring an incredible finish here, looks like we'll get some free basketball now this afternoon here in Arlington Heights.
But I'm secretly wanting a double or triple overtime game too, Peter, aren't you? Nothing's better than a long fifth-place game that puts us behind the rest of the day, don't you think? So here we go, 1.9 seconds. Peter, to be honest, I think you set up here, the instant they get the inbounds, you foul.
You have 3 to give. Yeah. I mean, that's a great advantage of not having foul trouble here in the second half, is that you can now use fouls to your advantage here these last 2 seconds. But you have to be smart about it and make sure that there is no chance or no question of a shot attempt going up, because fouling here with 2 seconds to go on a shot would be just a horrible, horrible situation.
So 1.9 seconds to go. 34-34 is your score. On the Eagles side, Peter, I think you're putting the ball in Bonkowski's hands.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. The thing is, East Dundee is not a three-point shooting team. They've made 4 threes coming into this game. They have 1 today, and that was Guyan in the corner earlier, like 2 minutes ago. So it's not one three-point shooter you necessarily look to in this play. I'd see if you could somehow find a way to find Freeman at the free throw line. That's going to be tough, though, with Damon, right on the inbounder in Guyan.
So Guyan to inbounds. 1.9 seconds to go. Guyan gets it in to Spank. Spank, 1 second goes. Spank for 3 at the buzzer. No good.
Not a bad look.
Not a bad look. But you know what that means, Peter?
Free basketball.
Free basketball.
I can only imagine Andy's face currently in the staff room. The
joy in his face that we've got free basketball on Championship Sunday here at the 2019 Illinois Grade School State Basketball Championships.
I mean, we're all smiles out here. We've had a great 24 minutes to start. What's another 3 to go along with it, Ryan?
Well, so 34-34 is your score. But let's go back to that fourth quarter. Peter, you cannot speak enough about what Gus Damon did for this Saints team. He literally
carried the team.
Carried.
I mean, you said it all earlier. He had 9 points that quarter, 9 of the team's 34 by himself in the fourth quarter. Those last 2 on second chance baskets with his team down 4 with less than a minute to go. You're right, you can't say enough about it. It's an incredible performance there to basically will his team into the opportunity to win this game now in overtime.
So now, Peter, foul trouble becomes a little bit more important now that we've got 3 more minutes of extra play. So foul trouble for the Saints. Jared and Jonathan Rigg both with 4 fouls apiece. And for the Eagles, it's only Mike Freeman with 3 fouls. So Jared and Jonathan with 4, and actually Tyson Sheets also has 3 fouls. So Eagles are in bonus. 18 with 8. The Saints have 18 fouls, where the Eagles only have 3 team fouls. So we've got a ways to go. But then for those just tuning in, we're in free basketball mode. Saints working right to left in the all red, and the Eagles in the all white. Sheets and Freeman to tip. And here we go for overtime. Jonathan Riggs able to gather it. But wow, what a game we've had.
What a game is right.
Nice pass to Damon. Damon takes it up and almost and one. I thought
the way the fourth quarter went, I assumed that was going to go in.
Peter, if you would have made that, the crowd would have erupted. So that's going to be Freeman's correction. That foul is on Cameron King. So King picked up his 3rd foul. Damon to the line for 2. Damon with 13 points in this game. Make that 14. He's now 2 for 3 from the free throw line this game. And the lead is back up to 1. You know what's funny, Peter? It wouldn't have mattered, overtime would have mattered if the whole free throw thing from earlier.
That'll be our little telecast secret.
Damon makes both. He's got 15 points in the game, and the lead is up to 2. Gus Damon says, let's go. Saints up to 36-34.
Got to get Freeman a touch here, Rye.
Freeman only 2 points in the fourth quarter. Especially with the Saints in foul trouble, you need to get Freeman a touch on this play.
And find him on the block. Or Spank as well. I mean, one of the 2.
Freeman with the soft touch, long on that. Strong rebound by Jonathan Rigg. And the Saints looking to expand on their 2-point lead. Nice pass to Sheets. Sheets up and in and out. Strong rebound by Cameron King, but that was a good look. Jared Rigg found Sheets wide open. Those are the shots you need to convert. But Freeman's got to post up here. Post up on Damon, and again, try to get you to the free throw line.
I agree.
Spank gets a shot blocked, and good call. Yep. Jonathan Rigg told him not today, and the referee got that right. So the ball will stay with the Eagles.
We'll see if Freeman can get a touch on the block here in the inbounds. And
he gets triple team, but what a take, and we're gonna have a foul. And I think that one's gonna be on.
We're calling it on Sheets. Sheets is fourth.
Okay, so Sheets picked up his fourth. So Sheets, Rigg, and Rigg all with 4 fouls apiece. Freeman in the line for 2.
I give credit to Cameron King there for finding a way to split 3 defenders on that entry pass.
So Freeman now 3 for 5 from the free throw line this game. He's got 15 points total. So Grant Smith is checking back in the game for the Saints. Damon takes a seat on the. That's probably not who you want to take a seat on the.
I was just about to ask the same thing. Your offense for the last quarter and a half.
And he in and out in the second one. The Saints with the ball and the lead, up 1. But that had to be a mistake there. There's no reason why Gus Damon.
Not in foul trouble, not a bad free throw shooter, not weak with the ball. Yeah. But we're not coaching here, right? We're just here to talk about the coaches that are.
1:27 to go. Works around a Stokel. Stokel with a poor pass.
Great defense there by Cameron King to sneak in and get a hand on that pass.
King trying to work it down. I think you've got the matchup now with Damon, and a poor pass. King overthrows Bonkowski, and Damon's going to check back into the game.
We're going to have a timeout here by Immanuel East Dundee. St. Peter doesn't have to. Well, go ahead, Ryan.
So at that point, you've got to get Freeman lower on the block there. You had Grant Smith on you. Damon's currently out.
It's the offensive set. Freeman is working from that block to the short corner, and that's where he's supposed to be. He's doing what the offense is telling him to do. And, I mean, it's worked for him. He still has 14 points today. Well, with the free throw, maybe 15. But he's still finding his looks. But I agree, you need to find a way to get him on the block, especially in a possession like that, down 1 with a minute to go. On the other side of things, now that St. Peter has the ball back, I really think they can just spread it out and force fouls to come from East Dundee. You don't need to score, you don't need to attack, you need to take care of the ball. That's the only thing that you should be focused on.
So Saints with the ball, 1-point lead. We still have a ways to go with fouls, so for the Eagles. So at some point, the Eagles will have to foul here, Peter.
Sooner rather than later, I'd assume, albeit it's a different situation from what we saw in regulation. St. Peter has done multiple possessions. This game is still only a 1-point game. You're definitely looking for a steal to start. You're not going to foul right away.
So Rigg's able to get into Rigg. And Rigg's going to get fouled. Oh, actually, it's not. Bonkowski.
Looked like Bonkowski was trying to foul.
So Bonkowski picked up his first foul, but it was the right idea because you still have 2 more fouls to give at this point, and you don't want to be stuck with 15 seconds left, still down 1 without being able to foul.
You get that first steal attempt, and if that doesn't result in a turnover, you foul right away. Exactly what you said, Rye.
So Jonathan's trying to get it, finally able to get almost over and back.
Now they've got to come a quick foul here.
And we're going to have almost stole, but Spank's going to pick up his 3rd foul. So now the Saints in bonus. So now, Peter, I think you can start going for the steal. You've got time on your side here.
55 seconds is a lot of action. We saw that case in point in the the end of regulation.
So Jonathan Rigg's able to get it up.
Trap here.
50 seconds to go. And we're gonna have a timeout. Almost. Spank's got to be careful there as. I saw a little hand check there. So the Saints call full timeout. So they've got the ball, still up 1. 46 seconds to go.
Strategy doesn't. Yep.
Fans are on their feet, Peter. Not an empty seat in the gym. Fans are on their feet. 46 seconds to go left in this game. But as you were saying, watching Spank, they're looking for the steal, but also they got to be careful too. I mean, they've got some time, but they've been really close in the last two to pick up another foul.
And you made a point of earlier, they have time to go for that steal before having a foul, and you have to be smart as well on who you're fouling. Arlington Heights as a whole has not, before this game, made many trips to the free throw line. They only shot 28 the entire first 3 games. But there's no person you really need to avoid. No one's shooting better than 50% from the free throw line on the team coming into this game. So that's not something you need to keep in mind. You just need to be smart if you're going for the steal to not foul in the process.
So with free throw shooting as a team, 6 for 8 from the free throw line. Both Damon and Jonathan Rigg are 3 for 4 in this game, so keep in mind. And we're going to have a
off-ball foul on.
So we're going to have it looks like a foul on.
Foul on Bonkowski.
So the referee was mistaken.
Okay.
So he had said white ball, but really it's a white foul.
On Bonkowski.
So Bonkowski picks up his second foul, and it was a holding as Rigg tried to get around. So Jared Rigg to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
The first free throw attempt of the weekend for him.
Off the back of the rim, and got to be careful there as Damon almost went over the back, but the ball goes to the Eagles.
That was close to an over the back call. Could have been an over the back call. Wrestle that slide there. No rush here either. Now I'm looking at it from the other side. East Indies got 37 seconds and they're down a point. You can work for a good shot, and all you need is one to take the lead back.
Freeman's being doubled at this point. Spank with a hard take, no good. But the ball gets, Guyan's able to gather, but he gets blocked. And now 20 seconds going, we're gonna have a foul on Spank. What an effort there to block Guyan's shot.
Great defensive play all around. Spank and Guyan had hands draped over them, going up for potentially the leading bucket.
So Jonathan Rigg to the line for a 1-and-1. Looking to extend the 1-point lead. And he's got the first. Rigg with the first point of someone other than Damon since early on in the third quarter. Rigg now with 8 points in this game.
This is the big free throw right here.
Long on that free throw, rebound by Guyan, and here we go, Peter. 17 seconds left, we've got a 2-point lead. You gotta get Mike Freeman touches here.
Have to, at least one. We're gonna have a timeout.
And we're gonna have a timeout, it's 10 seconds left. But Mike Freeman only with 3 points between the fourth quarter and overtime. He's your guy.
He's the reason you made it to overtime. He carried the offense in the first half, put up 8 points. I mean, 2 big buckets in that third quarter. He helped the team keep it close the entire game, and yeah, he hasn't got many touches here in overtime at all. You need to at least find him on the block. Give him an opportunity for one of those baby hooks that he's been so good at knocking down so far today.
10.5 seconds to go. Eagles with the ball on the sidelines. So next up, we've got a third place girls game between the Titans from Trinity Nashville Oakville and the Crusaders from Peoria Christ. Excuse me, Comets from Peoria Christ. So here we go, 10.5 seconds to go, 37-35. Saints with the lead, Eagles with the ball. So they're letting Freeman get the inbound. But they get to Spank. 9 seconds to go. Spank takes his heart to the hole, and he's getting fouled, and one!
What a finish!
Evan Spank with the play of the day. And he's going to go with the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
I don't know what it is, Ryan, about that right block, but we've now seen Spank We've seen 3 incredible shots from that right block by East Dundee.
So Stokel picked up the foul. So Spank gets one more. He's 1 for 2 from the free throw line in the game. And he makes it. Spank now puts the Eagles up 38-37. 7 seconds to go. Jonathan Rigg brings it up. 5 seconds to go. Jonathan Rigg. Jonathan Rigg takes it all the way, and he's going to get fouled, but doesn't call it. And that's the game.
What an ending.
What a finish. The Eagles from Immanuel East Dundee defeat the Saints 38-37. What a finish to that game, Peter.
What a finish is right. From Spank's incredible baseline finish to him having the composure to knock down the free throw to give East Dundee the lead, to that last possession for Arlington Heights. Wow. Couldn't ask for more from a basketball game. We've got, what, 4 more of these coming still today?
What a finish, Peter, to game number 1 today. So leading the way for the winning Eagles is Mike Freeman with 17 points.
Our award presentation, this is what state championship basketball is all about. Great, exciting game for both teams. You are to be commended. For 6th place in the state of Illinois in 2019, we like to have the Saints from Arlington Heights, St. Peter. Come forward. And our 5th place winner in 2019 for our tournament champions, the Eagles from East Dundee, Immanuel.
So again, leading the way for the winning Eagles is Mike Freeman with 15 points. Evan Spank at an 8 with those key three the and 1 here in overtime. Jake Ion also at an 8. Jack Bonkowski had 5 and Cameron King had 2. And in a losing effort, Gus Damon led the way with 15 points, 12 rebounds. Jonathan Rigg added an 8. Jared Rigg with 7. Tyson Sheets had 3. And Grant Smith and Timmy Stokel both had 2 apiece. Peter and I will be back here up in about, hour and a half or so with some 3rd place boys state tournament action. But wow, if this is any effort with our first 2 games of the day, we're going to have a fun day, Peter.
Sure are. We'll see you in an hour and a half.